call, you are agreeing to these terms.
So I'm just at this point trying to incriminate the scammers.
Currently highlighted as a significant violent action or threats to national security. Press 2. Please say or enter your 10-digit phone.
Calling the FBI, I have to take a moment to confirm any of the information gathered by our automated system. It looks like it captured a...
Yes, is that going to be the last time you go over the number, or are you going to go over it again?
That is the only time I'm going to verify we have your number correct. I'm
Yes.
going to double check, make
Yes.
sure if it's cell phone.
Kiana Clark.
And how are we spelling Kiana? Alrighty, so we've got K-E-Y like yellow, A and like November, A like your first name, Clark like a Clark bar, and what's your birthday? 25.
That's correct.
And we have a partial address for you with just the zip code is 75217.
I'm homeless.
Give us
Yeah.
full...
I'm homeless out of the corruption and abuse I'm trying to report today.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
And you wanted to report something related to the homeless situation?
No. The corruption and abuse I've had to endure by government officials, racking up all kind of armies full of government officials committing crimes. Corruption, hacked email, possible identity theft ring, deprived of my constitutional right to go to court, civil rights violations, public corruption, internet crimes, threats to national security, all kinds of different things.
Okay, and have you reported any of this to the FBI before?
I gave you my information. Do you see any of it?
Making sure if we missed something, I don't want you to have to repeat the same things over and over again every time you call. If you're going to call us, that seems a waste of your time. So, is there anything new you wanted to report this time?
Do you see, you got my information? You're refusing to check and see what's going on with it?
That's why I'm asking if there's anything new you're wanting
to each day the transit's being controlled.
Okay,
I had
what's the new information?
Yes, I had an assault the other day, but you don't want to go over the past information that I've already reported to the threat operations. I gave you my information. Did you look and see what was going on? You said you don't want to have to repeatedly repeat myself, but you just looked up my information.
You said you were a victim of an assault the other day?
Oh, I mean, for you looking up the information on the tip line, what you see in your system of my past reports?
All I see is that you've called before. I don't see any details of that. I just see that you have called before.
Do you see where they stated that I could not report crimes to the FBI?
I don't see any of that. That's why I'm trying to get this information today.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to incriminate the counterfeit call center and seeing if you guys were going to deny me my right to report crimes like you've been doing with the automated system. But okay, well, we can start today. I'm doing a tip.
Okay, you said you were a victim of an assault.
No. Let me repeat the most important part. Okay, I'm targeted by the government, multiple different police departments. You got that?
Yep.
21 false arrests, corruption while I'm in jail and mental hospitals, denied medical treatment, transit controlled and malice, kids taken away in corruption, CPS and multiple different police departments and courts cover for it. Threats to bodily injury and harm. A car sped up like he was going to hit my son while he was outside briefly taking out the trash. That meant someone was there waiting on him, heard what was going on while I was telling him to take out the trash repeatedly. And when he went out just for a short amount of time, it was hid. The police department covered for it and my son. I didn't even know what was going on then. Then someone hit me trying to see my daughter. Cars would behave really odd and peculiar, and I act real crazy whenever I went to go visit my daughter temporarily. See, I have this psycho stalker that's very powerful, okay? And he's threatened of my kids. He wanted me to neglect my kids in our dating situation, and I said, I'm not going to mistreat my kids for you. So they're a threat to him. So I believe that he's paying people to keep me from them. So when I go visit my daughter, I'm trying to report this. So when I go visit my daughter, there's cars coming from all kind of different directions, pulling over, stalking, and I can see this. So this particular time,
the stalker.
Right, someone I met online. I don't know what's going on. I'm not able to get law enforcement. But I do want to report.
Have any information on this person you met online?
We're deflecting on life-threatening situations, ma'am. We're deflecting. I'd like to concentrate that jeopardizes what jeopardizes my family's safety. So
yes,
then
and that would be the stalker that you said.
I'm not able to report that someone hit me with a car. My family covered for it, the police department and my insurance company. I can't report it to the FBI either. So then when I was stationed down in front of my daughter's, where my daughter lives, a car came from nowhere, hit me. I was so traumatized and I wasn't really thinking, but the driver said that it was my fault and he saw me all the way down the street. But people with cars would do this every single day. So then I thought about it later.
I'll get this documented for you.
I'm not able to complete the report, ma'am. Ma'am, you're going to cover for the crimes again? They hung up. So what she didn't want me reporting was that the man said that he saw me all the way down the street. But it was an active accident, so I wasn't really thinking. So if you saw me all the way down the street, so La Familia stated that he got caught in several lies with them, and then they hung up in her face. They eventually paid the claim, but, that was very traumatizing to experience that. And my son was coming out the house, and the stepmom witnessing this car accident right in front of the house. The man was degrading me, cussing me out, calling me the B word, telling me he was going to get my license taken. But they had already taken my license in corruption anyway on blatant lies. When I tried to go confront DPS about the lies, security and the ranger removed me. And then when I got my phone, I had it recorded. They walked off. And you could just see the tail end where they were walking off, enforcing that my license is taken in corruption on blatant lies. So anyway, La Familia said, do I have a license? I said, I don't know. And crimes are being committed, and she never got back to me. So at another time at Dallas Dallas Living Room, the court was so crooked, they finally released me on false charges and deprived me of my right to go to court. But as of my release, even with time served, I had time served in the corruption. But for me to get out with time served, their con was I had to go get help with for mental illness from the living room. So I went to the living room. She said that I showed now that you're getting Social Security. I said crimes have been committed years to keep me away from it. So can you tell me what's going on? Because they won't tell me, and they're crooked when I go in person and call on my phone. So then the court ordered for me to get help through them. So she said, I can't help you. And they took me to Salvation Army, the crooked Salvation Army. So if the court is ordering this and you're now denying it because they got caught in withholding Social Security benefits and still keep lying about it, now several years of benefits that have built up has now disappeared. But anyway, this is how it is. And I just don't know how many patterns will equal an arrest.